Yes, people. Yes, people. We are back in the building for another Afcon 2021 watch along. This time, it's the final day in Group E. We'll be watching Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire versus Algeria, and then Sierra Leone versus Equatorial Guinea. But before we begin anything, before we do anything, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, hit that notification bell, share this up with your friends and your family and all of that. And yeah, man, let's get into it, man. Kickoff is in about 15 minutes time. Let me run through these lineups first and foremost, and then we'll look at the situation in the group and discuss in further detail. CM should be here soon. I'll just have to check and see where he's at. But whilst I'm here, I'm going to share my screen so that we all can see what the situation is once with the teams and then with the groups at the end of all of that. So give me a second and I'll get these lineups for both of these games up and coming. See where we are. We are here. Lineups. Let me do what I need to do. Let me share this up now. And here is the Cote d'Ivoire versus Algeria lineup. So in goal, Sangare obviously had the bad mistake against Sierra Leone, but at the same time, obviously condolences to him and his family because he lost his father as well prior to the game. So, but he's being brave and he's deciding to play again today. Serge Aurier, the captain, Conan, Jean-Michael Seri, Kosunu, Deli, Ibrahim Sangare in midfield, Frank Kessie alongside with him, Sebastian Haller up front, Max Gradle coming back into the side instead of it looks like Zaha and Nicolas Pepe alongside him. That might be interesting. Maybe Zaha had a bit of an injury with the shoulder, which I remember when in that game against Sierra Leone, he went down for the penalty, I think it was, and he landed very heavily on his shoulder. So should be interesting to see what happens there. With Gradle coming back into the team, and then in goal for Algeria is Rasim Boli. You got Yusuf Attal, Rami Bensibeni, Ramiz Zarouki, Isa Mandi, Abdel Kader Bedran, Riyad Mahrez the captain, Ismail Benacer, Baghdad Boudnajar, Said Ben Rama coming into the side, which is very interesting because he hasn't started a game yet in the tournament. West Ham forward coming into the side, potentially giving them that spark that they probably were missing in the game against Equatorial Guinea. And then you've got Yusuf Bel Aili. So, I mean, those are the teams running through there. Interesting to see Said Ben Rama coming into the side for Algeria. They need something in this game. They need a win, really, to be able to make sure they can progress through to the last 16 safely. So we have to wait and see what happens there. But that's the teams in that game. And then in the other game, let me just go to that game real quick. Let me navigate down to the other game here. Let me get to the lineups. Sierra Leone versus Equatorial Guinea. So we have Kamara in goal. Kai, Kevin Wright, Dumbia, Bangura, the captain, Stephen Kolkar, Key Kamara, John Kamara, Musa Kamara, Kai Kamara, and then Mustafa Bundu in the forward positions. And then for Equatorial Guinea, it's Onwono, Akpo, Ndong, Gane, Obiang, Coco, Salvador, man of the match in the last game against Algeria. Mashin, Hansa, Bikoro, and Miranda. So yeah, should be very interesting between these two sides. I'll be watching this game. CM, who is here, let me just add him in to the stream right now. Big up my guy CM in the building. Hope you're good, my guy. What you saying?
Oh, good, man. I hope everyone's well. Big up yourself, bro, and hope you're good. Hey, man, ready for today's set of games.
Come on. Yeah, so yeah, CM will be covering the Cote d'Ivoire versus Algeria game. So it's a big game there, but then there's also a big game with Sierra Leone and Equatorial Guinea, which I'll be covering because hey, anybody in this group can progress through to the next round depending on results in their games. Now, let me give you the situation with the groups right now. So we're here. Let's roll down to Group E. So the current situation as it stands, Cote d'Ivoire are top with 4 points, 1 win and 1 draw. Equatorial Guinea with that shock win against Algeria on Sunday are in second place at the moment. So it is in their hands if they can get the result against Sierra Leone. They got 3 points after the opening day defeat to Cote d'Ivoire. Sierra Leone have 2 points. You know, getting through both of those games the way they did, and they go into this game full of confidence that they could potentially get a win and take them through to the last 16 after their return to the competition after 26 years. And then Algeria, the defending champions, bottom of the group, need a win. A win or nothing is going to happen for them. They'll be going home early. And as I said before in the preview for this tournament, that a big team will be going home. It could be potentially Algeria. But CM, let me get your thoughts on the current situation of the group, man. How are you looking at that, and how do you think it's going to shape up in the end?
Man, I was looking at it before and I was like, a lot of things could happen. Even at this point, you know, Ivory Coast, even though they need a draw, nobody's safe in this group. Now, I'm looking at Algeria and it's looking at one of them impossible missions. But surely, if anybody can do it, it's the defending champions. So you still have to look at them and say, there's a threat there. It's going to be a tough task against Ivory Coast, but there still has to be something there with the experience they have, what they went through and everything like that. So you can't count out Algeria. Even Sierra Leone, Equatorial Guinea, that's going to be a good game as well. So
this looks like it's the group, man. The group of the competition so far, because it's so tight going into this final game. Anybody can literally go through depending on the results in the other games. So look, I'm excited right now. We've run through the teams as well. But yeah, man. Let me stop sharing the screen right now. We'll during the course of the game, we will be trying to update you on, you know, the situation in the other group and all of that. But whilst we're here, let's get into some comments whilst people are here still. Drizzy saying that Kofi Uchi is back. My head is calm after the Ghana disaster. Big up yourself, Drizzy. I hope you're well. Big up Shaz, my sister in the building. I hope you're well. Thank you for stopping through. Clock Talk. Big up Clock Talk, man. Yeah. He's saying, I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're good, man. Hope you're good. Make sure you subscribe to Clock Talk. If you're a Liverpool fan, he's a big Liverpool supporter. So make sure you go check that out there. Wow Factor back in here saying, let's go Afcon. Hope let's go Afcon home. Hope you're well, Roland and CM and everybody. Hope you're well as well. Wow Factor saying big up. Jizzy saying that I'm always picking the trash games. Hey, this is gonna be a good game regardless of whatever you say, because one of these teams can go through for it should be an interesting competition between all of these teams as we get through to the final minutes of those games. So trust me, you can put both games on at home on your TV and you'll see the difference between the two. Both of them is going to be frantic. It's going to be interesting. Should be some quality football as well on show this afternoon. Big games today. It's Algeria's Cote d'Ivoire and Sierra Leone, you mean, to get the win. Drizzy saying if Algeria lose, Comoros might qualify, which is mad to think. Equatorial Guinea needs just a draw, which is true also. They need a draw. And then big up Santi in here. He said, you love to see the groups where the final games matter. And that is true. This is one of those groups. And also, I mean, I think for most situations, most groups, it's been like that final day is where everything mattered. So, I mean, yeah, today we've got these two watch-alongs. Obviously, we'll be back again at 7 p.m. Rich will be back in here, hopefully, and we'll be watching the final games in Group F as well. Gambia, Mali, Tunisia, and Mauritania. 3 of those teams have a potential to go through to the next round. So we have to see what happens with that because it's very tight at the top in those groups as well. But CM, just give me your thoughts on the lineups from the Cote d'Ivoire, Algeria. I'll throw them back up if you haven't seen them already.
Yeah, I got them. You got them, bro. Yeah, man. Nah, both teams are throwing out. I'm looking at the Ivory Coast team. I'm like, they got some borders in there. 100% they got some borders. I kind of underestimated that team and they went under my radar a little bit, but they have a good team. And, you know, they only need a point today. But, you know, we keep on saying that. But even then, it's almost like you need to continue rolling. Keep that momentum going because it's like the group stage is not the final point. Then you got to go to the knockouts and keep everything that you've built up going. So Ivory Coast are gonna want to win this game and want to be dominant in it. You know, get a bit of confidence even more. And Algeria, they're throwing out a good side as well. We all know some of the guys they have in that Mahrez, Ben Rama. You know, they have a few good guys that are decision makers, most importantly. And they haven't been decision makers up to this point in the tournament. So something needs to change in this final game if they have any chance of making it to the knockout rounds.
100%, man, 100%. Yeah, the teams are out. Equatorial Guinea national anthem is out, is ringing out. The supporters, the players, all singing in unison. Should be an interesting game over here. People think this is going to be a trash game. I said, nah. One of these teams can win the game and they're through in a group with the defending champions and Cote d'Ivoire. So, boy, you're going to have to big up whichever side gets through, because I think even Equatorial Guinea, they can get a draw and come through. Do you know what I mean? Just depending on what happens. What I'm saying. So it's like it's even that. That's the situation. So, you know, it should be very interesting. And big up Baba Sule in here. He says, cool, bro, there in London. Welcome back again. In hearing your commentaries in the Philippines at the moment. I miss being in London with friends, especially Deptford Reach and around the city. Big up my guy from that's in the Philippines at the moment. You know, this is where we've come to. All of a sudden, we're all over the world and people are watching and tuning in. I appreciate all the support so far. And you know, we continue to grow very, very slowly. And also, there's so much good football coming over the next few weeks. The knockout stages begin on Sunday, so it should be very interesting to see what happens as we move towards those knockout stages. The game will kick off very soon, and yeah, I'm excited. And the players are just exchanging details, exchanging flags and crests and whatnot, and the referees doing the coin toss for me over here.
They're just showing the lineups now on my screen. Yeah.
Wait, also, what's your score prediction for your game today?
Tough. I feel like Algeria, even though they're defending champs, even though they have that pedigree, I don't think they'll get it done today. I think it's gonna be 3-1 Ivory Coast.
Ooh, that's a big one there. It's a big one there for me. Oh, it's too tough, man, because Sierra Leone have been tough to beat in this tournament so far. Don't give up. They don't want to give up. They really playing with the pride of their country on their backs. But so are Equatorial Guinea. And the way that they won that game against Algeria late on Sunday, it's going to be tough. I see a narrow 1-0 win for Equatorial Guinea. That sends them right through, potentially even top, depending on the results in the games. So that's what I see. It's going to be tough, though. Very tough between these two sides. And yeah, players are now at the center circle preparing for kickoff. And we're off. We are off.
We just kicked off as well. Some serious games on right now.
Trust me.
Let's see, man. I have high expectations for both.
Boy, both of these games are going to be good just because of the high stakes in these moments right now.
Algeria coming forward early.
Ooh, looks like we're already getting a contentious decision here. Referees being surrounded by Equatorial Guinea players trying to claim a handball, but I don't think the referee's having it just yet. I think he's just going to go ahead with the corner kick. He's telling the players, do not surround me when we're trying to make, if I need to make a decision, I will make it based on the advice of VAR.
And now just coming up to a minute in, we have an early free kick just outside the box to Algeria. Very interesting that Seri makes a poor foul. He just almost, the ball's coming down from the air and he just flings out an arm on the striker.
Wow.
Doesn't need to do that.
Yeah, it was a poor corner there by Equatorial Guinea. It literally went out, just curled it straight out. So goal kick to Sierra Leone, which is taken.
Masquerade trying to contest that decision from the referee. He's having none of it. Mahrez and Belairi lining up this free kick. Looking at Mahrez is going to take it, go straight into the wall. He went low with it.
Slow start here for me. I think both teams are just trying to find their feet in the game. I don't really expect too much quality from either side. Like, I feel like they're just going to pick their moments in this game, honestly, from what I've watched of both of these teams. And obviously, the later it gets into the game, that's when they probably start picking the right passes and when they get into the final third. But I expect it to be very hard fought in midfield, especially between both of these sides.
Mm-hmm. Left back Conan made a good run just now, drove into the Algeria box and went down a little too easy for the referee's liking. Yeah, nothing in that.
Yeah, throw into Sierra Leone at the moment. Wayward shot by Miranda. Went out for a throw-in. So you can tell from the quality there. There's another free kick to Sierra Leone again. Kai Kamara fouled. Big up my guy Jez in the building. He says, big up the panel.
Yes,
Kessie's been linked with Spurs again today. He'll definitely stink out the place now. Hey, he could go home early, and then you could wrap up that signing from AC Milan real quick if you need him. I know Conte wants him, so should be interesting. Hopefully he does well. I want to see the best players do well at the tournament. I don't want to see players stinking out of the place. But to be fair, if you know the history of Afcon, the key players, the star men in the team, they generally don't end up becoming the player of the tournament. You always get an unknown or an underrated player who usually plays out of their skin because you're representing your nation. So
Max Greed was spinning his defender, but can't get the cross in. He just slips at the end. Looks like he gets his shirt pulled, but no one's really shouting for that. It's already on the way down. Sergio Aurier, the captain tonight for Ivory Coast.
Yeah, back in the side, he missed the first game and then came through in the second game. Captain. Interesting.
He used to be at Spurs. He wasn't very popular there.
Thought he was very rash as a defender, honestly. And like when Mourinho was there specifically, he hated the fact that he would be jumping into challenges and potentially causing more issues for their side. I don't think it's gotten any better with Emerson Royal there, to be fair. So Spurs are suffering right now at right back.
Trust me. ever since Carl Walker left,
yep,
haven't been able to replace him.
Yep.
So they got a decent left back as well, Regulon.
Yep, yeah, they do.
So it's like, but that game was mad though yesterday.
No.
Yeah,
it was mad.
Leicester, man.
Finished. They need a change.
They're done. Yeah. You know them ones here where it's like, you see when he was at Liverpool, they reached their peak, and then after that season when they choked the title, all the energy was lost.
It was gone. Yeah.
It's like that.
Same thing. Yeah, you're right.
But the only difference is the fact that Leicester won the trophy, and then they just like, this season they've gone. Ivory Coast have a chance, but it looks like it's deflected out for a corner. It was crossed into Pepe, maybe a goal kick. After all of that, yeah, he discussed his shot. Algeria.
Sorry, no, go ahead. Gonna continue, sorry.
Algeria got it partially cleared. And then on the left side, we had the left back just driving inside, cutting past one and crossing it into Pepe. But he scuffs his shot over the bar.
Yeah, I was just saying, big up my guy Augustine from New York. I hope you are well. Thanks for stopping through as you have been throughout the tournament. Jez saying that we've been suffering for 6 years. I'm tired, Robbie. Who cares about Spurs? Oh man, that's funny. They're saying check the table. Yeah, Spurs are above us. I think they're above us still.
They're in fifth.
I've not checked the table, man, because since the tournament started, I'm not even bothered, to be honest with you. I'll be back.
They might have 2 games in hand, and if they win those 2, they could be in the top 4.
Yeah,
we'll be in the top 4. It's mad.
It's all mad. It's all mad right now. Yeah, no chances. Really. No chances really in this game so far. It's just, as I said, they're just still trying to feel each other out. You know, as I said, I don't expect any real quality, except for like it's going to be moments for one of these sides. One big moment where they get it right and then they capitalize and score a goal. But apart from that, I don't see too much. I expect the quality in your game, but I expect it to also be very cagey because nobody wants to make the mistake that could potentially see them lose the game or so. You know, it's interesting.
Same way I said that I predicted 3-1 and I hope it is, or just a high scoring game. It could end up being a 0-0 or 1-1.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. And I think in this game, first goal is important because it opens it up, and it'll be whoever's going to capitalize off of that. Will one team fight back, or will the other team push forward whilst the crumbling is happening for the other team that's conceded first? So we have to wait and see.
100%. Corner for Algeria. Ben Rama down the left doing a couple step overs, trying to create some separation. It's good defending in the end.
I'm surprised he hasn't started for Algeria yet in this tournament.
Yeah.
Like he should be starting. I mean, I know he's fairly new to the setup. So I think it's his 16th cap, 17th cap now. But he should be doing a little bit more. His Salvador, who takes a shot.
Especially with the way they've been struggling in terms of, you know, the attacking end and just finishing, creating chances and all that stuff like that. You would think there would be a switch up at least after the first game because you only have 3 group games.
Yeah. So yeah, so very surprising. But it's good he's in from the start and hopefully he can make a difference for his team. Baba Sule coming back in here saying, in knowing the individualities and so on about the Ghanaian players, can you guys tell us in your own words about the failure of Ghana to go through to the second round? I think, I mean, we discussed it before, but it's really about the Ghanaian FA. They've really caused this problem. I think, with the corruption, the corruption within the actual system has corrupted everything that we are doing on the field as well. I mean, we have a group of young players under 20s who are African champions. They were African champions crowned last year. Only one player from that setup has moved into the national team. That means that there's no planning. There's no forward planning for the nation. We're in a mess right now. I think, like every player received a bonus of $30,000 for their abysmal performance. 1 point out of 3 games. It's not on. And apparently there was an emergency meeting today. Apparently the technical staff, everybody's supposed to be getting sacked. Apparently, I don't know if that's going to happen. The manager's still going to stay in place. He was in charge from September last year.
Whoa, hold on. Sorry, Ronan. But I'm just seeing Serge Aurier getting the referee's face, and they both went face to face. We're moving mad.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the referee just booked Aurier as Algeria almost had a chance. So what happened first is Simon Deli, he got booked for a little elbow. He was vexed, arguing a little bit. He got booked. Then I'm just seeing Serge Aurier. He gets into the referee's face. They're both going face to face, nose to nose. In the end, the referee books him, but it's like, rah. This is what we're talking about with Serge Aurier at the end of the day, man.
His head is gone. Head is gone. But yeah, like, so, that's the situation with the Ghanaian team. I don't know where we move from here, because with an Afcon, with a qualifier for the World Cup coming, crossed into the box by Kai Kamara. So another shot. And Bundu was taken down, I believe, but Key tried to play the ball back in, but nothing doing. Yeah, Bundu he just fell over. I think he slipped rather than getting bundled down. And then Key tried to cross the ball. And Key tried to get a shot from Dumbia's cross. Close.
Yeah. Algeria, you know what they're trying to do already. Simon Deli commits another foul. He needs to be careful, because an early booking, and it looks like these Algeria players, they're really going to try and wind up some of these guys.
I think they're kind of known for that, to be fair. Try and use their trickery, their gamesmanship to try and get somebody booked, make the advantage in the game, and potentially give them an opportunity to try and win the game.
Yeah, 100%. Go on, bro.
No, I was just going to say that the Cote d'Ivoire players just, as you said, just need to be careful not to get sucked into the trap.
Man.
Here's Pepan. Takes a shot. Kamara saves well, holds it. He's been really good, Kamara, in goal for Sierra Leone. Probably you could say he's their player of the tournament so far. He's kept them in both games as they've drawn both of them. So he's going to be another key player today against the Equatorial Guinea attack. But yeah, Baba, so just to answer your question, there's problems from top to bottom within the Ghanaian FA. So if that's from the president to the technical staff, the coach, and the players, something needs to change. We need to shake it up and start all over again. My suggestion is an independent body that will create a new foundation for Ghanaian football moving forward, where we both develop young talent locally and attract talent that are born abroad, and bringing them into the setup, and also making sure that our coaches are up to a standard level, because we only have 3 Ghanaian coaches that have a UEFA Pro license. 3. We need more, and so something needs to happen there as well. So we'll see what happens moving forward, and all of that. Drizzy's just echoing that this ref is moving mad in your game that you're covering.
I'm telling you, yo, I was ready to square up.
And then and then Drizzy saying that Algeria will try and play act so that they can get a player sent off, which is true. They've done it before. I've seen it. So that could happen here today. They need the advantage because they need to do everything they can because they'll be going home if the scores stay exactly as they are right now. So we'll see.
Long ball over to Pepe. He can't find it. A little too ahead of him from Max Gradle.
Here's Miranda. Here's Papan. Here's Ndong. Cross into the box. Salvador with a header over the bar. Maybe it's just too high for him. Can't direct the header on target. Goes over the bar.
Free kick to Ivory Coast. Sagari gets fouled. Just getting double teamed by those Algerian players. They're not giving him an ounce of space on the ball. I think the foul was called on Ben Rama.
It's a corner to Sierra Leone.
Pepe driving now. Takes a shot, but it goes straight into the keeper's hands. It's not enough power direction. He doesn't catch it well enough, really. But that's a good sign for Ivory Coast. Pepe running at defenders, having a confidence. Maybe it's a good sign for Arsenal fans too.
Maybe. I think he's possibly on his way out, to be fair. If I'm totally being honest. Maybe not this January, but they're gonna have to assess it in the summer, to be fair.
True.
Corner to Sierra Leone. Well, wide. And Kamara. Well, I don't know who actually headed the ball there. Was it Kamara? I think he heads it wide. Big up Moss in here saying Kai Kamara causing troubles up front for Sierra Leone. He's an MLS player. Who does he play for? The Whitecaps? Let me know. Or is it New England? Let me know. And Augustine saying that, Roland, the guys have arrived in Ghana. I hope you're going to do a follow-up for the various interviews. We'll try to. I'll try to. If I can, I'll try to. We need to figure out. I need to actually just go back and actually see what is the outcome of that emergency meeting that happened this afternoon in Ghana. But yes, we need to do a breakdown. Myself, Rich, I may bring on a few others as well, a few other Ghanaians as well, so we can just sit down and discuss this in real detail. Because honestly, big up my guy 15. Yeah, he did a space, and Kevin Prince Boateng actually joined the space and spoke about his experiences with the Ghanaian national team and what he thinks needs to happen and change to get ourselves back up to where we were. So it's a discussion that a lot of us are going to be having over the next few weeks, because in all honesty, we can't even see where we're going to end up, honestly, because with an Afcon next year, a World Cup this year, there's no room to be able to even make any changes, really, because it's too short of a space of time. So we have to see what happens. Ooh, great turn there by Bikoro. Ooh, he could have played in his strike partner there, but intercepted. It was Hansa he tried to play that ball into.
Early corner from Algeria. It looks like it hits the outside of the post almost.
Ooh.
Ivory Coast were asleep. They were
Wow.
sleeping. That's a warning sign right there.
Drizzy asking you, where's the ref from in your game?
Let me see where let me see where this brother's from, man. Cause he's a madman. So he's gonna end up squaring up with one of these dons. Ivory Coast coming forward now. Pepe on the right. Crosses it in. It's 1-0 to Ivory Coast. And it looks like it's Frank Kessie wheeling away. Yes, it is. 1-0. Nicolas Pepe down the right gets played in. He fakes the cross first and then hesitates, puts it in, and Frank Kessie gets his foot on it. And it goes into the back of the net.
Big goal there for Cote d'Ivoire against Algeria. Could they be sending them home? Nicolas Pepe with the finish. Oof. Back.
There's an inquest right now with the whole Algerian team. What has gone on? They know how big this game is, what this goal means, and what it could possibly mean to their future in Afcon 2021.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
It's brilliant.
So wait, sorry, no, that was Frank Kessie with the goal. I thought it was Nicolas Pepe.
Yeah.
Kessie with the goal there.
Yeah, Gradle and Pepe do a little 1-2. Gradle plays it back into Pepe on the right. He drives, fakes the cross first, and then puts it in right into Frank Kessie, who finishes brilliantly with the side foot on his left. Just guides it onto the keeper's right corner.
And that's a big moment in this group. It extends the lead for Cote d'Ivoire in the group and pretty much condemns Algeria out of the competition if they can get something. There's a long way to go in that game, of course. So we have to wait and see. Corner to Equatorial Guinea at the moment. They look like the team most likely to score in this game after 23 minutes gone. But we have to wait and see. Gannett to take the corner now. Referee just making sure there's no pushing and shoving in there that could lead to a VAR decision, penalty, or a free kick. Let's see. Corner coming in now. Gannett to take. It's a long one. Salvador trying to volley it back in, and it goes out for a goal kick. Big up Christopher Davis saying love from Bahamas. Cote d'Ivoire's out of the World Cup qualifiers, so they need this. Are they?
True.
Are they out? I didn't know they were out. Let me double check. I'm sure that they're here. Let me check. I'm sure. Well, look who's
this one's for Drizzy. Yeah, the referee. His name is Victor Gomez. He's from South Africa.
Yeah, they actually are not. Yeah. Yeah, they're right. Lost to Cameroon on the last match day. Yeah, they're actually right. The Cote d'Ivoire need this. Yeah, Christopher Davis is right. They are not part of the final round of qualifiers for the World Cup this year. So that's very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Santi saying the rest straight out of WWE fighting back. And then chlorinated. Big up yourself. Thank you for coming through. But yeah, they lost to Cameroon on that last match day of the second round of qualifiers. That is crazy. So they need this. They need this. Yeah, Super Nick coming in here. saying that they lost November 2021. Big up Super Nick for coming through. Thank you for your support. Another corner for Equatorial Guinea. There's Ndong to Miranda. Can he get a cross in? Good cross. Oof. Keeper comes out. Doesn't get in the way, but Stephen Coker clears now. As I said, Equatorial Guinea looked like the team most likely to score, but it's a throw-in right now. Baba Sule saying, why is that Abedi Pele or other former Ghanaian players aren't involved to advise the team, as in Cameroon with Eto, Miller, Bell, and Song kept talking to players before and after games? The thing about it is that we have Richard Kingston, who's actually part of the goalkeeping setup. He was a Ghanaian keeper for some years, but in all honesty, I don't know if certain we should be trying to get former players into the setup. But obviously, the job is part-time when you're international football, so they shouldn't really have any difficulty managing that around their time. So it's true. Otto Addo, who is one of the players, one of the coaches that has a UEFA Pro license. He's currently an assistant somewhere in that setup at Dortmund. Former Ghanaian international. They tried to call him to be the assistant to Milo for this tournament, but they called him too late, and so it's a lack of preparation. Do you know what I mean? And you need to be prepared if you want to be able to perform in tournaments. And the fact of the matter is, I'm sure he would have wanted to come and work for the Ghanaian team, but when you're calling him too late, he's got his commitments with his club. What can you do? So. Yes, you're right. There needs to be more former players. I mean, Abedi Pele's influence in the Ghanaian setup is bad because we're seeing his son, Jordan Ayew, starting games when, honestly, he should not be. So, it's very interesting. His Salvador tried to take a shot there. Blocked. So, that's a good question. I mean, hopefully in future, we'll start to incorporate former internationals into the setup. I mean, Asamoah Gyan is, I would love to see him be a strikers coach. We don't have any strikers. We don't develop nines. He's probably one of the pure nines that we've had, in recent years. He's doing punditry on on TV in Ghana, when he could be helping these players. It's a joke. It's a joke. Here's Ndong now for Equatorial Guinea. Cross. Headed out. Super Nick saying they lost in November. Yep. Read that one already. South African referee is going to be a long day for both teams. Here's Ndong now. Super Nick saying, good evening, gents. Big up yourself, Super Nick. Thanks for coming through. We appreciate it so much. Christopher Davis saying Cameroon won the group. They need to change the World Cup qualifiers for CAF, bro. More than 50 countries with just 5 spots. And it's hell to qualify in CAF. Yes. And we were discussing this before. We only get 5 spots. Out of everybody, we get 5 spots. Like as a continent, we have a lot of countries. So from time that we only get 5 spots, and then obviously I think from the 2026 World Cup, I think it goes to a, if I'm not mistaken, a 48 team World Cup. I wonder how the split of I wonder how the split of teams is going to go. People have mentioned that Europe will continue to get more, but I don't think that's right. I think we should have more African teams in the competition. Do you know what I mean? What do you think?
I definitely agree with that. I think, I don't see the point of adding more for the European teams because they have enough spots to the point where the top European teams, they get into the World Cup most of the time. And if they don't, it's down to their bad play, innit? So it's like, you need to show more love to the the other continents like Africa, your Asians, your Caribbeans and all that stuff. Like because for me,
sorry to cut you, but I was like, you see how like the North America thing, only America and Mexico that qualify from that section. Is only every now and again you might get a Trinidad or a this or a Jamaica. Like, why can't they have a bit more spots? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
For me, what makes especially the World Cup is the spread out of all of the different cultures around the world. And I feel like, fair enough, there are many different cultures and many different countries in Europe. But we already see that spread with the amount of teams that are able to qualify from that particular area. So it's like, why not expand it to make it more well-rounded, if you know what I'm saying? It just seems like they're going for trying to get the best of the best teams in there rather than giving people an opportunity to prove themselves on the world stage like it should be.
Trust me. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because it's like you're giving opportunities for like smaller nations like Albania and come and qualify for a World Cup, and it's like if they were good enough, they would have. Do you know what I mean? Like
exactly.
it's crazy. Like I hope that gets reviewed, and I hope that CAF can lobby to get more spots because it's mad when you look at how we have to qualify. It's crazy. We have to go through like 2-3 rounds just to qualify for a World Cup. So, corner. I think it went out of play before coming back in. Or they even saying offside. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, Drizzy saying that Cote d'Ivoire need it since they're hosting Afcon next year. So a win here in this tournament would be interesting for them. Well, in fact, saying that if Cote d'Ivoire win it, it would be special. Didier Drogba should be commentating. He should be if he's got nothing to do, he should be commentating for Sky and whatnot, as he would have the most knowledge about the team. Christopher Davis saying that he 100% agrees in regards to Africa, Caribbean, Asia having more spots in a 48-team World Cup, which is true. It needs to be. Big up Isaac in here. I hope you're well. Thanks for stopping through. I know he's gassed about Nigeria 100% record in the competition so far, storming into the last 16. They could win the cup. Who knows? I think it's more fair for African teams to be in the World Cup, which is true. I think so as well. Look at the size of the continent. That's utter disrespect having such a limited number. And out of 52 countries, only 5 can go, and that's unfair, especially the Caribbeans too. Like I'm telling you, like that's crazy because Christopher Davis saying right here that in CONCACAF, which is where the Caribbeans and the North Americans are, they have to have a 4th spot in that. We'll have to have a playoff with the 4th team in Asia. So you're pitting these 2 continents against each other to say, well, if you're going to qualify, one of you has to win to get through to the competition, and that shouldn't happen. And yeah, Christopher Davis coming through saying that Trini beat Bahrain in 2006 to qualify for that World Cup, and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that that's the case. The powers that be don't want to see our small but mighty nations rise, which is very shady, and that is the key here. We really deep down, if we go deep into the real reason, it's because the powers don't want to see us, do what we need to do. CM saying he's seeing this with a clear eye view.
100. Yeah. I'm sure we're all seeing this right now, man.
Man. Crazy. And big up Eagle Eye Football, my brother Rich. He'll be back in the building this evening for the last of the last group games. So make sure you subscribe to Eagle Eye Football because I'm sure he's also got a preview tonight as well. I think Palace play Liverpool this weekend, so he'll be doing a bit of stuff with that after the games that we watch this evening. So make sure you subscribe to his channel. Still 0-0 here, just over half an hour gone. I've not really seen a key chance yet. As a quality to be too much. Oof.
Yeah, I give it a little update on this game after the goal. Nothing much happening, but hold on. Wow, there was a big chance. The lady got played over the top and his touch just got it all wrong. Touch straight into the keeper's hands. If he got the touch right and it was a tough task, he would have been in. So you got to look at those and say, it's a chance in the end of the day. You just get the touch all wrong, go straight into the keeper's hands. Ivory Coast got let off there.
Yeah, and Eagle Eye saying that Rich saying that he's moved his preview to tomorrow. Yeah, because we have no games tomorrow or Saturday. Afcon restarts again on Sunday, so I get a bit of a rest after this group stage. I get a bit of a rest to sort out a few things, and then we're back again Sunday. So it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. 2 games on Sunday, as well. So it's gonna be interesting because next week we have last 16 and quarterfinal games to end off the week, and then we head into the semis the week after, and then the final and 4th place playoff. Corner now to Equatorial Guinea. Can they do something with this corner? I think Miranda to take Salvador. Ooh, Kamara saves and then cleared off the line because he didn't really get too much of a hard punch on it. It was a good corner from Equatorial Guinea. short corner, caught everybody off guard. Salvador with a shot, and then Bundu clearance.
Algeria coming forward again. Ben Rami in the box, just trying to do a couple step overs, seeing if he can get his defender to bite, but it's cleared out for a corner. And they take it early. They've done this a few times in this game so far. Crossed in, cleared for the first time. Out to Maris now. He's in the box. Defenders are going to have to be careful. He's twisting and turning, puts it back in. Cleared again by Ivory Coast. And cleared for the final time. Algeria trying to put a bit of pressure on them. And now Ivory Coast with their own counter-attack. Frank Kessie coming forward, but he gets the ball blocked, I think, in the end.
Yeah, a bit of pressure now starting to build for Equatorial Guinea. Free kick to them right now. Salvador was fouled. Salvador, key man for them in this game. Kevin Wright, former Chelsea youth product, just fouling in there. Sierra Leone are being very resolute in their defending, but how long can they really hold out in this game? Salvador with that chance, they're just replaying it again. And Bundu clearing off the line after the save from Kamara. It's very interesting to see what happens, honestly.
Nice piece of defending there from Aurier. A little acrobatic clearance, just going out for a throw-in.
Free kick now.
It's like the linesman's holding it up for an offside. Yeah, free kick to
Ivory Coast. What a goal by Gane. What a goal. They worked the free kick very well. Wow. What a goal from Gane. 1-0 to Equatorial Guinea. Whew. They worked the free kick well. Salvador passes the ball to, I believe, Miranda, who just passes the ball to Gane, and he curls a shot from about 20 yards round all the players and into the net. Whew. What a goal. Let's have a look at that again. Wow. What a goal there by Gane. Whew. And Equatorial Guinea taking a big step to take them through to the next round. Whew.
That's a big goal for them. Big goal.
Wow. Gane with the finish. And Moss, I will be with you in a moment to show you. We'll show you at halftime, actually. We'll show you the standings at halftime because I don't want to switch and miss something in this game at this moment in time because we got to do a bit of controlling as well. Do you know what I mean? We got to make sure. We got to make sure the people that come in.
It's a good cross. It's 2-0 Ivory Coast. What a free kick. And it's a back. Algeria in trouble. Big trouble. It's Sangare this time with the header. And it's a bullet. The bench for Algeria, hands in heads, despair. They know what could be happening, shaking heads. Another inquest. The players are not happy. The coaches are not happy. Ivory Coast. What a delivery and what a header from Sangare. The keeper had no chance as soon as it touched his head. It was a bullet, an absolute bullet. The defenders were asleep. The fans' hands on heads. What a moment. Wow. Brilliant cross from Serge Aurier and Sangare with the header.
So kicking off now.
Oh, man. Algeria in trouble. Big trouble. You can see the body language of the players. Not just on the pitch, but on the bench. The coaches, I think they're starting to recognize. They know. Mahrez half-heartedly asking for an offside. Oh, man. What do you think, Roland, man? Is there a way back for Algeria right now?
I don't think so. I mean, they haven't really played well throughout the tournament, honestly. And Cote d'Ivoire seem very strong. It's pretty interesting to see what's going on really in that game. But as I said before the tournament started, I said that there would be a big team going home early, and Algeria look like they are going to be the defending champions. Interesting here. Here's Kai Kamara at the moment, forward for Sierra Leone. It's in the box. Poor ball.
Well, from early, it seems like this ain't just gonna be one of them 1-1s or anything like that, but it could be heading into dangerous territory for Algeria if they don't pattern up.
Boy, it's all kicking off in these games. I told you, both games will have some sort of drama in it, and whew, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Obviously, we're heading into this final few minutes of these first halves in both games. Foul by Bikoro. Foul on Bikoro there by Dumbaya for Sierra Leone. Big up Nate in here. He's saying, big up, brothers. The work ethic is unreal. Just know you man are putting the broadcast companies in a fat split. The Afcon disrespect needs to see the receipt held onto them for them, man. Trust me, man. Trust me. But big up yourself, Nate, man. Thanks for supporting and stopping through as always. Drizzy saying that the Comoros people are celebrating. Augustine saying the whole of Ghana is dumped in fear because World Cup qualification playoff is around the corner. How is it going to be made possible? I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, it's just a mess. It's a mess. Super Nick saying Algeria are bottom of the table as things stand, which is true. Very, very true.
Algeria already looking like they're just slapping balls into the box in desperation. Only 43 minutes played, and it's like they've lost all signs of composure. They need their leaders to step up.
And correlated with a very good point here. Algeria have yet to score a goal in the tournament so far. With all that attacking talent and that strong squad that they've got, of course, yes, some of their squad is getting on the wrong side of 30. Should be very, very interesting to see what happens. And Manuel in here, big up yourself, Manuel. Say, how funny would it be if Algeria and Ghana have to play each other in the third round of the World Cup qualifications? That would be very interesting. Two teams shamed on their way out of Afcon 2021. Algeria specifically, Ghana have already gone home. Imagine they play each other in those third rounds of World Cup qualifiers. Oof. Wouldn't be a very good game to watch, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens there. And Jess coming in here, Algeria. Hey, we said somebody was going to go home. They weren't one of my favorites.
It would be interesting to, especially at the end of the tournament, just look back and think what went wrong for this Algeria side as they come forward. Little chance, but it goes straight into the keeper's hands. Yeah. What went wrong for them?
Yeah. Drizzy coming in with a good point. He says that I think pace has taken control of football. Pace is killing Algeria. That's true. I think modern day football, like your skill level is needed, but at the same time, we've got really powerful athletic footballers now that are beginning to dominate the game. And we don't know when we'll return to that kind of skill-based football that some of these nations, specifically some of these North African nations, kind of boast. So so it's fairly interesting to see what happens with that. And then Algeria.
Minutes of added time.
Sorry, yeah, we got a minute. We got a minute of at a time here. Just Rich saying that Algeria taking the shine out of our disaster class. Theirs is probably worse. At least we scored some goals. They haven't scored yet, so it's interesting.
Hey man, it ain't all bad after all.
Yeah, we're not the worst performing team in this competition so far, so we'll take that because it's been very poor. Yeah, a minute of added time over here. We're into 45 seconds of it now. Sierra Leone with the free kick, long free kick into the box. Kai Kamara gets the header, but into the hands of the keeper. And he's just going to waste all that time to take it to halftime in this game, I believe. He'll take this kick. And it is halftime in this game.
Ivory Coast know that they can just defend this lead now. Very dangerous territory for Algeria.
Yeah, it's halftime here. 1-0 to Equatorial Guinea. Ghana with the goal after 38 minutes. The first piece of quality, really, for either side in the game. To be fair, Sierra Leone have just been restricted largely to long balls up top to Kamara, both Kai Kamara and Musa Kamara, trying to see if they can get an opportunity from a set piece, but there's nothing really going for them in terms of Equatorial Guinea. They've really dominated that first half, trying to create more through the likes of Ghana and Salvador and Miranda on the left wing. So yeah, they're well deserved. They're 1-0 lead, and it's going to be an interesting situation for them moving into the second half, where they could qualify from this group, where the defending champions and one of Africa's powerhouses in Cote d'Ivoire have been in the group with them. Amazing achievement if they can complete the job.
It's 10 seconds away from halftime. Algeria passing it about, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to create a chance before the half whistle comes in. Yeah, referee blows the whistle. Halftime. Ivory Coast 2, Algeria 0. And as those players come off the bench, especially the Algerians, you can just sense the tension. You can sense the anxiety in the stadium between the fans. You can tell that they're starting to believe that this won't only not be their year, but they'll be exiting a lot earlier than expected.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. Rich saying that make sure Tariq doesn't join the stream because Algeria will score Tariq tax. Wow factor was expecting more out of Algeria, but wow, Cote d'Ivoire have stepped up the pace of the game and is incredibly fast, incredibly too fast. And then Manuel saying, I think organization is key. African teams nowadays are more organized. That used to be a strength for North African teams, but not anymore, which is true. And Super Nick saying, love to hear your views on yesterday's United match. I only saw the last 20 minutes. I just saw the Rashford goal, and then, that was it. We won the game. What about you, Sia? You probably watched the game, innit?
Yeah. Nah, the performance, it was a conflicting performance because there were positives and negatives at the same time, which seems to be a reoccurring theme for United games. I thought there were positives in terms of the coaching, but there were also negatives in terms of him going to 5 at the back and almost inviting more pressure onto us, which led to the Brentford goal, Ivan Toney scoring, because in the end, they pushed us, further back and they were in our box multiple times. And they should have had way more than one goal yesterday, but David De Gea saved us in the end of the day. I feel like Scott McTominay gets praised. He had a good game going forward. Fred was atrocious yesterday. I'll leave that there. But Scott McTominay was good going forward. You can't play a half good game. You have to play it going both ways. And if your role is to be a central defensive midfielder, then you have to affect the game defensively and prevent the opposition team from playing through the middle of the park. And constantly for years now, we've been seeing it where that doesn't happen. And both of those guys are almost null and void when it comes to defensive work. because the ball just gets passed straight through them, and then our defenders are left to almost try and mop it up. But at the same time, our defense isn't 100, so teams are going to create a lot of chances against us. And if that's another team, we would have got peppered, no doubt. We already, like, it would have been different. Tomorrow we could have been probably not tomorrow. Yesterday we should have probably been down 2, possibly 3-0 in the first half, and it could have been more. So those are the negatives. But I think in terms of, you know, blurting out the negatives, we all know that there's something wrong with United at this moment of time. So it's like everything, we can assess it a million times, and we're always going to come up with the same issues on the pitch. Positives is that we got the 3 points. Rashford gets a goal. Elanga, well taken goal, was a really nice one. And Greenwood, of course. Bruno looks like he's finding his form again in a different position. He's kind of switched his role, switched his positioning, and given him more of a free license to be all over the pitch. Whereas, you know, you had the 4-2-3-1 where it was a cam and he was always dropping deep because he'd struggle to receive the ball in that specific position or pocket. So now he's playing in a central midfield role where he has that license to get up and down the pitch and affect, you know, both sides on the defensive end and also going forward. So those are the good signs. But as always, we need to see consistency going forward.
Yeah, that's solid. That's solid right there. Jez saying that Mahrez, your country needs you. They definitely do. But then look, Jez, this is Afcon, man. It don't work like that. See, when these guys are in the Prem, they got their nice little surroundings. They got all these wonderful players around them. It's not the same. So you can see people like Mo Salah, Sadio Mane, Mahrez. I don't know who else I can name, but like there's been a number of players that have struggled because like here at Afcon, most of these players don't even care who you are. You could be one of the best players in the world. They do not care. They want to make sure that their country wins. So Mahrez struggling, not surprised at all. First half trash, second half good. I think he's referring to United. Drizzy saying there why it should be sold. Santi saying that Ralph did not want to repeat the Villa mess. I understand why he went with the 5 at the back to prevent that breakdown. And the team just needs to gain confidence. He also says that I absolutely love the fact that he's not been afraid to drop big names, which is what we want to see. We want to see ruthlessness from the manager, regardless of who the players are. You get dropped if you don't perform well. And then Rich asking, what's the thoughts on Ronaldo's reaction to being sub? I actually saw that and I thought it was funny. I thought it was pretty funny, to be fair. It's what he does. Like he's a footballer, and if you've played football and you've been taken off, you don't like being taken off, especially when you haven't maybe made the impact in the game that you want. So for me, I think it's a normal reaction. He's not going to disrupt. It's not a disrupting like type of attitude. He's just somebody that wants to win, wants to play at all times. He's fit enough to play, so he wants to play 90 minutes. But Ralph mentioned in the post-match, which I watched, he said that we got a game in 3 days. I think we play West Ham next. So, like he's going to need to just rest him up for a bit because he'll be probably back starting again against West Ham anyway. But what about your thoughts on that, CM?
100%. I think, you know, people can look at this one or two ways. You can say, oh, you know, he's supposed to be one of the leaders. But at the end of the day, you have to kind of dial back and look at these footballers as human beings. You know what I mean? Like you said, if you get subbed off in a game that you think you have an opportunity to still affect, then you're going to be upset. So you understand that. You understand the competitive value of wanting to play a full game and what that does to your personal pride, most importantly, as a human being, because everybody has vulnerabilities. You know, Ronaldo showed his vulnerability there, not wanting to get taken off, you know, in the end of the day. So these guys are human beings. They will react like this. I think a lot of people overreacted at the time and were saying it's unacceptable. You know, I heard someone bring up, you know, Ronaldo had the interview, did the interview, and then he reacts like this. So how can you be acting like a leader in one way and then kind of being ill-disciplined on the pitch where you should be setting an example? And, you know, you can agree to that to a certain extent because Ronaldo is a very experienced player, but everybody's human. And I prefer seeing my players react upset to not playing their best game or coming off when they know they have an opportunity to improve the situation instead of having players apologize on social media, say they're going to improve and then not improve at all.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. Like, yeah, I feel like the media just wanted to try and just create a narrative that, oh, he's causing a bit of trouble. There's a bit of unrest. Ralph can't get some of the key players under control. Trust me, like, I'm sure he's very much well respected because he knows what he's doing. Obviously, it's going to take time for that to translate onto the pitch. I always said probably we won't see the full effects of this until end of February. One thing you say is look at his record right now. He's lost one game, drawn two, won 5, I think it is, right? And of course, in this kind of teething period that we've got of him, it's been very difficult for him to just implement what he wants to do because, we've had the COVID outbreak. We've had the training ground shut down once. He's not been able to get his key men in terms of coaching staff, had to make contingencies and bring those guys in. And throughout all of that, he's been able to do at least enough where we've won 5 games. We've only lost 1 and drawn 2. Of course, the performances can be better, but that's going to take time. So I say to United fans, if you're in here, you're listening, you're a United supporter, end of February is when we can judge him really because he's been here for quite a considerable amount of time. And hopefully by that time, the style that he wants to implement, which he's also tweaked a bit, which is also another thing where you have to be, you have to look at it as a positive, where he's looked at something, he said, oh, this ain't going to work. Let's try something else, and implemented it. And it could potentially take us forward. So we'll see what happens with that. Sleeping saying, I saw the way the camera focused on that situation, regardless of the result. He'll be the fall guy. Ralph put the fire out straight away, which is true. Wow Factor saying, I think Ronaldo is upset because he's a world-class player and thinking why am I being subbed when other clubs took him off on 90 minutes if the job was done. We'll all remember being subbed and not being happy about it. Imagine it at a professional level. Yeah, it's true. And for Man United, sell one, loan one, buy one. CM, I'll let you answer that.
I would probably I'll loan Anthony Martial. I'll sell Juan Mata, and I have reasoning to this. He's on 160k wages per week, and he's doing nothing. For me, if the first amount of change we can do in this club is getting rid of those guys that are surplus to requirements and earning big wages. If the club is serious about changing the wage structure and changing just the whole approach that the club has clearly failed at for all these years, you start from there. You start from a financial level and being ruthless with the players that clearly don't have a proper role in this squad anymore. Buy one, boy. You know what? Yeah, I was leaning towards getting a Frank Kessie. When I heard that Tottenham thing, I was like, man. I heard the Haidara thing. I've seen Frank Kessie a bit more than the other people we've been, linked with. So I like him as a player. I like what he can offer. And then I look at his role in this Ivory Coast team. He's able to break up play. He's able to get forward and affect the game in that way. I think he's a very good midfielder for what we're looking for. But at the same time, if we do get a CDM, any CDM, because let me just say any good CDM for the buy one section. If we do get one, we're going to have to support that CDM with 2 good midfielders. Now, this may be controversial, but I think Scott McTominay could potentially start in a team that has a decent CDM just because of the way he attacks the game, like he affects the game going forward, not defensively. But Fred, he cannot start because he's not good on the ball. And what we'll need is one guy that's per a good box-to-box midfielder that can help control the game and almost sit in with that CDM when we're under the cosh.
Yeah, I mean, for me, in terms of selling a player, Luke Shaw would be my first to sell potentially. In terms of loan, I'd loan Donny van der Beek because I feel like he has a key role in this squad moving forward if we decide to change the way we play so that it can incorporate him into it. because right now they're looking at his attributes from a physical standpoint when we should be looking at his attributes from a technical standpoint. And then in terms of buying, I'd probably bring in Yves Bissouma. I've watched him closely throughout his time at Brighton, watched him in this tournament as well. And I think he's key because he's a multi-functional player. He can play as a box-to-box, but he can also play as a lone CDM, control the game from deep as well. So that would who I would probably buy, because I think he's probably the easiest and most attainable to grab right now. But we are back out for the second half. A substitution for Sierra Leone. I'm seeing Buya Toure, I believe it is. Yeah, Buya Toure coming on, and Dumbuya coming off. So that's pretty interesting there for Sierra Leone. Let me update this banner here.
And I'll probably say quickly before the harsh restart is about that Scott McTominay comment. Yeah, I'm not saying you could start every game, but especially in terms of like team rotation, you could start in certain games. I would definitely try and get, for example, I think Bruno will be in that midfield, but with that CDM, you need another guy like a proper box to box that will be able to defend and sit in with the CDM and then affect the game going forwards. And then you'll have the other midfielder that gets a little bit more advanced and does less defensive work. So yeah, it's one of them situations where at this point I don't even think a CDM alone fixes it, but so it goes, man.
Interesting there. Drizzy saying that he'd sell Maguire, Long, Rashford, and buy an effing midfielder. Interesting. Moss said 2-0. Cote d'Ivoire, mad at missing it. Kessie goal from Pepe. How was the second goal? See if I can let you know how the second goal was.
Man, second goal was brilliant. From a free kick, deep, just inside the Algeria half, on the right side, Serge Aurier whips it in with power. And it was just a brilliant header by Sangare. It was whipped in, curved in brilliantly from Serge Aurier. Sangare gets a bullet header onto it and the keeper has no chance. As we have, kicked off an Ivory Coast, so already attacking, but it ain't a good cross from the left. The keeper straight into his hands.
Big up Grace Dumbia in here. She's saying something in French, which I have to translate because I don't understand French. But if you are new here, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit that notification bell because we're going to be doing Afcon 2021 throughout the whole tournament, right through to the final. And also, your country could go through top of the group. They're already 2-0 up at the moment, but I have to translate this because I'm not sure what it means. Give me a second.
Sure that Ivory Coast will be wanting Sebastian Haller to try and bag a goal today. Chance, just wide. He may be offside, yeah. Referees called it on Gradle. It just deflected back to him in an offside position. He tried to open himself up and curve it into the corner, but he didn't get his angles right. Well off. Looks like Sangare's gone down. We got a stretcher here as well. We know what happens when the stretcher comes out. Yo, I love this tournament, man. The tactics we see, man. We don't see this in European football.
Trust me. Half time, and there's so many types of African music they could be playing. People are playing disco. Trust me. Hey, that's crazy. Africa for you. Ooh, free kick. Saved by Kamara. Comfortable.
Substitution for Algeria. Ben Rama comes off for Islam Slimani. Interesting.
Oh, that's interesting, man. That is really interesting. Wow. Taking off one of their creative players, trying to bring on a striker right now, but in all honesty, it's probably not the right move.
I don't think so. You know, you're taking off a very agile, small guy that can probably affect the game in a lot more ways that Samani can. That looks like a desperate move that you're throwing almost a target man up top, a limited target man at that.
True. Big up Munzi in here. Hope you're well. Thanks for stopping through. 911 subs now. We're slowly growing.
Almost there.
Almost there. Wow. Crazy. It's been 10 days, I think it has been since the tournament started. And we're nearly there. We're nearly there.
Flash the pass. Oh, Ivory Coast. If someone got a toe to that, on the right, Serge Aurier crosses it in and it just goes through everybody. Right through the box. I'm not going to lie. Algeria, it's looking bad for them. They're trying to press high. They're trying to press them, but Algeria, they can't control the game at all. Their touch is poor. Their passing is poor. Right now, they're all over the place. It's like they've given up mentally.
I think they gave up in the last game, to be honest with you. After losing to Equatorial Guinea in that last game, I think it was all done for them. To come into this big game that they have to play against one of the tournament favourites, I would think, yeah, I'm not surprised. Baba Soulé, the score is at the bottom of the screen, so you can see it. And you know, it is what it is.
Shot! Just wide from Serge Aurier. Long range strike, and it looked like it could have been lasering in the back of the net, but it just ends up wide of the keeper's post. Just what a strike. It was a brilliant strike. It was heading right towards the keeper's right again, and it's just past the post.
Wow. Ivory Coast are closing in. Algeria are running out of answers. Big up Clovis in the building. I hope you're well. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button on this video as well. Make sure you also check out CM22ENT on YouTube. He is the guy that is pointing at me right now. So make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. Looks like Sierra Leone want to make another change right now. This will be 2 changes in quick succession. It's going to be interesting to see who comes off.
Ivory Coast coming forward on the counter again. They've got a man advantage. It's a good chance. It's a poor cross, but they'll have another opportunity. And it's saved again. They should have done better with that.
Poor cross. Poor cross there by Akpo as the Equatorial Guinea team are trying to advance forward. Elaji Kamara coming on, and Mustafa Bundu is coming off for Sierra Leone. Another substitution. Forward player again coming on, trying to add some other type of invention for this Sierra Leone team who look like they're very short of ideas. And I'm not too sure what's going to happen.
Algeria coming forward now, and it's no free kick. Referee tells them to get straight back up as Ivory Coast are on the counter now. It slows down.
Drizzy, we'll show this maybe after this actually, because I feel like it's starting to fill up now in terms of the round of 16. We'll see what side of the draw they're on. And then obviously we'll round it all off again tonight once all the games are done. So you'll have a full picture of what the last 16 looks like in complete form. Sierra Leone on the attack now. Elaji Kamara now into midfield. Here's Kevin Wright now. They give the ball away. Equatorial Guinea on the attack, but needs support there. Here's Papan. And they give the ball away. Can Sierra Leone do something from this counter attack? Kevin Wright with space in front of him. Passes the ball. Here's Kai looking for some options. Poor ball there. And it's a foul. Free kick to Equatorial Guinea.
Coming forward again now. It's another chance. It's 3-0. Oh, it's carnage. It's Nicolas Pepe on his trademark left foot. It's into the keeper's right again. He's being tormented. Algeria are finished. They are done. Yo, another counter attack, and Nicolas Pepe finishing it brilliantly with his left foot.
That is crazy. Algeria going home.
The defending champs.
No way back. No way back for the Desert Foxes. Algeria going home. Wow. We said one big team would not make it through and go home early. And it looks as if it's the defending champions, Algeria. Wow. 3-0. Pepe.
The ball kind of breaks to Haller. The challenge goes in and it bounces up in the air, but Haller is still up there. He controls it, plays in Pepe, who just cuts inside, whips it with his left foot, and it's beautiful. And you see a contrast of views right now. You look at the Ivory Coast players all smiling, laughing, while the Algerians, clenched fists, angry. It's so much despair.
Here's Kevin right now, an opportunity for Sierra Leone in the box. Was he fouled? No, referee just waves away. Kevin Wright feels like he's been aggrieved there. Referee says play on. Shot well wide. Baba Souley saying that Algeria is paying for the unexpected expectations in being selected to be one of the favorites to win the tournament, which is true. I don't think they've ever really, they've won it. They've won it twice.
Mm-hmm.
They've won it twice, but I don't think they've ever been expecting to be favorites, like that. And so that's very interesting there. 3-0. Algeria definitely out. Supernick saying, come on, Pepe. Moss missing all the Pepe action. Drizzy saying, ref, call off the game. This might get worse. Ivory Coast is on one today. Is there a corner? Yes, it looks like a corner. Corner to Sierra Leone as they try to advance up the field. And Manuel saying Algeria making Ghanaian fans a bit better today. Yeah, to be fair, they've had a bad performance. Algeria. Ooh, ball into the box, cleared away for a corner. Coco with the intervention there for Equatorial Guinea.
But the thing is with Algeria is we've seen a lot of the teams in this competition. The one thing they do is run. They show effort. They battle. And right now I'm looking at Algeria. They're not physically winning any of the contests, and that's fair enough. But the minimum, just showing a bit of effort, battle. It looks like they're defeated on the pitch. This referee is a menace. Algeria asking for a penalty, but there is no chance. That is a dive. That is a dive. Come on. That looks like a dive to me, fully. He's going down before he even touches the defender's foot.
So was it given or was it ruled out for a dive?
I don't know. Let me see the referee. They showed him. He's pointing to something, but I don't know. It looks like he's giving a penalty. The goalkeeper's on the line.
Wow.
Wow. There is no way, even with VAR checks, there is no way that should be a penalty. Morris has his hands on the ball. It looks like he's telling the keeper to go on the line. Morris putting the ball on the penalty spot. Algeria may have a little lifeline here, but there is no way. That is a disgraceful decision. And the fact that they've probably looked in the VAR place and still said that's a penalty. Who's giving these people jobs?
They trying to keep the defending champions in the competition as much as they can, even though it's not going to happen. They need a draw. It's never happening. Trust me.
That is poor. That is a poor decision. This referee is all about fighting, but he can't even make the right decision on the pitch. Come on, man. Mahrez, though, he's about to line up, waiting for the referee to blow his whistle, making sure everybody is outside of the box. The linesman's there, standing, watching the keeper. Mahrez is shaking his head, saying it's taking too long. Bit of nerves kicking him, possibly. Could this be the great escape? A long wait to take this penalty. The referee looked like he was about to blow his whistle, and again he just hesitates and stops. But now he has Mahrez. Oh my, what's going on? All right, cool. He runs up and he misses. Oh, he hits the post. Mahrez, he sends the keeper the wrong way and hits the post. It cannot away.
Chance here for Stephen Coker, and he just misses the header. It goes just wide from the free kick for Sierra Leone. Kai Kamara as well, just trying to get to the ball. It's a good free kick. Stephen Coker's onside. Kai Kamara just sticking a leg at it, and he just misses.
Riyad Mahrez. Nothing is going for Algeria today. They take the penalty, and to be fair, it's a good penalty, but it hits the post. It's too true. He sends the keeper the wrong way. That's the good part, but he just slaps off the post.
Crazy.
Wow.
Hope FC is done. Crazy. Sierra Leone with a lifeline. Tried to get a lifeline to get back into this game, but just wide from Stephen Coker.
Mahrez is disappointed. Head down. Fans, hands in heads again.
Here's Bikoro now. Can he get a ball into the box? Salvador. Nice play there. It's Gane. Oh. Great play by Equatorial Guinea. Nice move between Bikoro, Salvador, Gane. And that final finish there by the striker, Hansa, well over the bar. It was an opportunity to kill off the game for Equatorial Guinea. They're about to make a couple of substitutions. Bikoro coming off for Nlavo. And then Machin coming off for Yannick. Should be very interesting to see what these changes do. I think they're like for like, to be fair. And referees booked Machin for time wasting as he was strolling off the pitch. Interesting there. Because Sierra Leone feel like they can get something at least in this game, because a draw maybe could get them through. Maybe.
Couple of substitutions. Go on, bro. Go on.
Sorry, it's one of the third place teams. Sorry, yeah, but a couple of substitutions for you.
Substitutions for Algeria. Ismail Benacer coming off for Sofiane Bendeka. And then the other substitution, let me find it. We got Buneja coming off for Brahimi.
Okay. So yeah, I think Slimani will be up top by himself. Brahimi maybe get behind him as a 10, or maybe move out to the right. Should be interesting though.
Crossing, not a good ball by Max Grado, and it was headed into the keeper's hands. Algeria, with every chance they have, need to just bomb forward. If they have any chance of salvaging something, I mean, this game is as good as over in our eyes, but they can't believe that yet. What are the mentality of these substitutes? Most importantly, we saw the reactions of after each and every one of those goals. They've got to now change that despair, channel it.
And then Moss saying that Sierra Leone draw. Okay, Kai Kamara. Ooh, Kai Kamara nearly in. Great ball, and on Owuno just intervening there. He takes the kick. Potentially, you never know what could happen. To be fair, in the game, towards the end of the games, they came back late in the game against Cote d'Ivoire. Could happen again. Maybe, might be a shot to do that. But yes, do what Super Nick says down here. Make sure you like up the live, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure, and big up to everybody that has been supporting so far. I appreciate the support so much. Koiser saying that Viva Guinea Equatorial once again. Respect to our brothers from Sierra Leone. Big up yourself, Koiser. Thank you for stopping through and tuning in. Kai Kamara, my man, MLS late goal star is Kamara. So you never know. As long as he's on the pitch and with time left, he could be the difference maker today. So we'll see what happens there. Free kick to Equatorial Guinea at the moment, though. Poor play between their players on that free kick. Drizzy saying that I'm undecided on who I should support, Nigeria or Cote d'Ivoire. You wouldn't be going wrong with either of them, to be honest with you. You could pick any one of those, and to be honest with you, you have a shout at probably one of the winners. So we'll see.
Looking at both of them, the way they've ended the groups, the way they've played throughout.
It's a good ball there. Here's Kai. Poor touch though. Equatorial Guinea on the counter, but intercepted. Coca heads forward. Poor there from a large by Musa Kamara. Sierra Leone coach just trying to get his players to set up in a way tactically to try and get themselves back into a game. Trying to take the free kick there too quick. They need to do something. We're approaching 20 minutes left in this game. Kai Kamara with the header on. Here's a larger Kamara into the box. Poor touch. It goes out of play for a throw in to Equatorial Guinea.
So we've got substitutions coming in for the Ivory Coast now. Simon Deli coming off for Wilfred Cannon. That's the first substitution, first of three Second substitution. We got Sangare.
Ooh. Just over the bar there by Equatorial Guinea. Miranda with the shot. Miranda with the shot there, just over the bar. He had Salvador to his right if he needed to play him in, but he decided to go for glory himself. And it was a shot that was always rising over the bar for Equatorial Guinea. Sorry.
That's calm. Sergio Ray off for Habib Maiga. And then Sangare came off. For Seri Dia.
Legend Seri Dia for the Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah, man, the celebrations already starting over here for the Ivory Coast fans, the players. Trust me, they know. They know
they're through. It's an interesting situation we have here. Equatorial Guinea trying to there's going to be a booking here for Kevin Wright. Him and Salvador have been going at it since the penalty or non-penalty that was claimed by Kevin Wright, and they've been going at it with each other. Stephen Coker booked, having a bit of an altercation with the bench players for Equatorial Guinea. He's been booked as well now. Seems like they're losing their heads a little bit. Sierra Leone, they need to keep their heads, because if they want to get back into this game, they need to be concentrating on their football and not on trying to have altercation with people. Kevin Wright booked for that challenge on Salvador. Yeah, they seem to be losing their heads here, man. They need to calm down, because there's still 20 minutes left. They can get a goal and potentially get themselves back into this game. Let's have a look at this again from Kevin Wright on Salvador. It's not even it's nothing at all. It's really nothing at all. It's like they know what they're doing. They're just trying to waste a bit of time. The Equatorial Guinea players are now play acting when they're getting brushed off the ball. Let's have a look at this again real quick from a close angle. Oh, come on. Salvador going down like he's been shot. It's not good. And then you're seeing Miranda as well. They're just trying to time waste now, because they know that this is a big win for them, because they come through the group ahead of Algeria and Sierra Leone. 6 points. Mad, crazy.
Imagine Pepe lining up a free kick and it goes way over. That one going straight to Rosette this time.
Manuel saying, safe to say Africa will represent in the World Cup this year. Yeah, 100%. I think Africa will be definitely doing something in the tournament. Let's wait and see. I think, if Nigeria are there, Cote d'Ivoire are there. Well, no, they can't be there. Sorry, they can't even qualify. Sorry. Nigeria, Tunisia, they look like a team. We'll watch them again tonight. Who else? I can't really speak for Egypt or Senegal. Maybe Cameroon, you could put them in there. But we'll see. We'll see who else makes it. Maybe Morocco too. So, it depends. It depends.
Interesting decision here. Maiga gets booked for bringing down a player, but it looked like he was on his way to be in. Now, it wasn't a direct opportunity, but interesting decision nonetheless. Got a free kick for Algeria just outside the box.
And there's a ball now. Oh, he's pulled his hamstring. Oh, you could just see it, and he just continued. I think his hamstring is gone. He's still trying. Yeah, he's gone down. He's gone down now.
Free kick deflects into the wall. Out for a corner. Algeria corner.
Sorry, the striker Hansa Dorian Jr. Goes down after pulling his hamstring. And Emilio Nsue, the legend for Equatorial Guinea, coming on.
Ball in. It's a goal. Algeria pulled one back. from the corner, a kick, a header back into the box, and it's just headed in straight into the back of the net. It may not be a lifeline, it may just be a consolation goal. But it looks like Bendeka gets the goal back. And Algeria, I don't know. Sofiane Bendeka with a goal. A little too much to say it may be a lifeline. But you never know with just under 20 minutes to go.
First goal in the tournament for Algeria. First goal scored.
That's wild. That's
very wild. Very wild. With all that attacking talent, Drizzy saying that they need 3 more goals.
Yeah, they're done.
Finally, open play and all of that. Yeah, they're done. 15 minutes to go. It's only a booking now for Miranda. Kwame Key is trying to get involved because he felt that was a harsh challenge there. But in all honesty, he should just get up and get on with the game. Don't lose his head. Because they're still in this. It's still 1-0. And if it's 1-0, they have an opportunity to try and get a goal to get them back into this game and try and finish the group respectable position with the 3 draws.
Algeria trying to get forward now. Really looking dangerous for the first time in the game after that goal. Regained a little bit of confidence.
Wow. Salvador.
In. What a save by the goalkeeper. Slimani with the header. And the keeper just saves it. Parries it out to his right side. It's out for a corner. Brilliant save. The keeper gets down quickly.
Ooh. Oh, the Equatorial Guinea players are really pissing me off now. Literally, any small touch, then it's turning into going down, play acting, rolling around, because they're trying to waste time. And I understand why they're doing it, because they're gonna try. They want to win the game, and make the rhythm difficult for Sierra Leone to come back into the game with these final 10 minutes coming up. But they just got a player booked. Kwame Key has been booked. Salvador, who I really enjoyed watching in the game against Algeria, just rolling around and just making a disgrace of himself. It's not good to see. It's not good to see at all.
Not at all. Ivory Coast in. The flag hasn't gone up yet. It's Nicolas Pepe on the left. He crosses it in. What? It's in. It goes in the back of the net eventually, but I think they've called it for offside. Frank Kessie put it into the back of the net, but the linesman puts the flag up. And the referee just says, carry on. Yeah, Nicolas Pepe looked just offside. Algeria coach still barking orders. Still believes.
I bet he's been stressed all day, because I watched him in the game last time and he was stressed in the Equatorial Guinea Algeria game. The whole game, shouting, screaming, just putting his hands in his head. It was just funny. It was too funny to watch.
He's a character.
Trust me. His Kai powering forward from the fullback position, gets fouled there.
Crossing. Slimani gets a header on it, can't direct it towards goal. He'll get another opportunity, but it's cleared by Ivory Coast. Throwing for Algeria on the right. Ivory Coast win it back though.
It's an opportunity. Oh, he's missed it. Oh, it's a foul. It's a foul. It's a foul for Equatorial Guinea.
Another booking for Algeria. The substitute this time, Brahimi, getting booked. Just putting back Sebastian Haller on the counter attack to prevent it.
And Equatorial Guinea are in. Oh, what a poor ball by Salvador towards Nsue. He shouldn't have rushed it there. Should have just taken his time because he had time. Just crossed the ball across the box, and Nsue could have slotted it in for 2-0 and finished the game off. Great ball by the keeper, 1-0. All he needs to do is just slide it across goal, but yeah, poor. I'm very surprised that here's Stephen Coker further forward. He's been pushed forward by Sierra Leone. They're in the box now. It's their cross. Keeper collects comfortably and gathers. I'm just surprised that Sierra Leone haven't been able to attack more in this game. I feel like they've just not been brave enough, try to defend and hit on the counter attack. But if they had more bravery on the ball, they would have had more in this game, I think, because they had enough up front to be able to commit some damage to that back line of Equatorial Guinea. Here's Miranda now, powering forward. Here's Gane.
Strange decision by Zerouki, just shooting from distance, and in the end it deflects off Slimani out for a goal kick. It ain't going their way at the moment, Algeria. Couple substitutions coming in for them too, trying to put some energy into the squad going into 10 minutes.
Cross to the box. Ooh, and it's a... Oh, is it a goal kick? Or is it a corner?
Uyala coming on for Algeria.
He's onside. Buya Touré with the cross. And it's a header away. It's a corner to Sierra Leone. Big chance for them now. Can they get anything from this corner? It's a crossing. Headed away. Ooh, it's a penalty! It's a penalty! Sierra Leone. Wow. Wow. It's a penalty, Sierra Leone here. Wow. Big moment here.
And it's a good save by the keeper. Algeria almost scoring from a free kick.
Wow.
Corner into the box, headed away by Ivory Coast. Headed back in and cleared again. And now Ivory Coast are on the counter attack. Drama in both games. Ivory Coast just trying to slow it down now.
Issa Callon fouled by the goal scorer in this game, Pablo Gane. Wow. And the whole bench for Sierra Leone jumping for joy. Referee pointed straight to the spot. And to be honest with you, I think it's fair. Oh, he's getting instruction from the VAR just to make sure that it is a penalty. This is interesting. I don't think that things like this should be going on. If the referee has made his decision based on what he's seen, I think the penalty is going to stand because he is talking to the goalkeeper. Okay, fine. Yeah, I think the penalty is going to stand. Penalty standing. I thought he was getting some instruction from VAR to try and overturn, but this is going to be.
See that again.
I don't want to see that again. After seeing that Mama Balde go for Egypt overturned, that killed me, bro. So look, this is interesting right now. Kai Kamara, 37 years old, coming into this Sierra Leone side, representing his country for the first time in this tournament, up against the goalkeeper of Equatorial Guinea. Can Kai Kamara do this? Let's see. pressure moment in this game right now. Can Kai Kamara do this? Let's see. Big moment for Sierra Leone. Can they get back into this game? And then 6 minutes to go. Can they get a winner? Let's see. Kai Kamara steps up. Oh, it's saved! It's saved! Saved by Owono! Wow!
What?
Wow! What drama in this game? That is crazy. Kai Kamara with a short run up. And what a strong hand. Good hand. It wasn't into the corner. Wasn't powerful either from Kai Kamara.
Wow.
And unfortunately for Sierra Leone, it's still 1-0. They have a corner. Poor corner there.
Nicola Pepe is just driving forward. He took a little too long to play in Gradle, and in the end, when he received it, was a weak shot into the keeper's hands. We got another booking. Bouyala getting booked for Algeria. The tackles are flying in at the moment.
Such a poor corner there. Such a poor penalty from Kai Kamara. Big moment for him there. And he misses. And Moss was saying that he's the late goal scorer in the MLS. That was his opportunity there. And he didn't do what he was supposed to do. Couldn't get the business going.
Got Phil Wilfred Zaha about to come on, replacing Nicola Pepe.
Is Nsue. Is there an opportunity? Is there an opportunity to score? Oh, saved by Sierra Leone keeper Kamara. There was an opportunity. Yannick nearly scored there for Equatorial Guinea to kill the game off. Wow. Moss saying, come on, Kai, and he missed. Koisea coming back in here saying, oh no, his keeper has done it for his country and kept them in the game.
Big drama in that game. And that's
Like
what team is now.
We said it. Look, we said it was going to be that, but now on the break, here's Emilio Nsue. Can he finish the game off? And it's just wide. He drags the shot just wide there. Tried to kill the game off. He's frustrated with himself there. Sierra Leone still in this game. Maybe to try and Ruben Belima coming on, I believe, in place of Miranda. Quasar saying someone's going to have a heart attack. My God, no! This must be heartbreaking for you right now. You must be stressed right now. I understand your country's going to go through in this group if it stays like this in a group with Cote d'Ivoire, the defending champions Algeria, and Sierra Leone. Imagine you going through. Wow, nobody would have expected it. Another ball in Sue, but Kamara comes out all the way good. Read the situation well. He's done really well. 20 years old, Kamara, the keeper for Sierra Leone. He's done really well. He's going to get a move after this, I'm sure. He's done really, really well. So he'll get a big move after this, I'm sure about that. 2 minutes plus added time to go in this game. And it looks as if they're going to go and take it to the corner. Equatorial Guinea, but they lose the ball.
Got 3 minutes to go in this one. Algeria, as good as gone, but they're still fighting on the ball. At least they're fighting. They're trying. But nothing's going on for them right now, at least. In those final moments where it's mattered. You know, Slimani had a good chance that would have made the game really interesting, but it was a brilliant save by the goalkeeper.
Good play. Can they squeeze it back in here? In Sue, in the box. He oversteps the ball. And Sierra Leone clear. But they give it away again. Here's Yannick now. Here's in Sue. He gives the ball away as well. Here's Stephen Coker. Can he get upfield? He can. Good turn. And they're on the counter attack, but they give the ball away. Here's Salvador. Gets the ball, gets the return ball. Takes a shot himself and well wide. Well wide. Moss saying that Equatorial Guinea are better than I thought. Cote d'Ivoire already moved on to the next round. They're frustrated. Algeria come up short every time. And Kamara missed a pen for Vancouver once too, but usually not a penalty taker, scores headers. Yeah, Langa's doing well. It's good to see him coming into the side and performing well. So, hey, Carrington keeps rolling on with good talent. So we keep moving forward. Wow. Kwame Key sent off for Sierra Leone. 2 yellows. A late challenge in midfield on Pablo Gani, the goal scorer, who's currently the match winner at this moment. We're into the final 3 minutes of the game. But yeah, that's crazy, man. Like he lost his head. I don't know why, but he lost his head, and that's 2 yellows. And Sierra Leone.
Zaha. Nobody's in the box. But wow. What a way the game has switched for them. From having the opportunity to equalize, get right back in the game, and now another setback.
Elanga's Cameroonian, of Cameroonian descent. His father used to play for Cameroon, actually. So his father's name is Joseph Elanga. And what I've had to say, an exciting thing about Afcon is whoever we think is going to go through sometimes doesn't pull through, which is true. It's the tournament that produces a lot of shocks. The big players usually don't perform, generally, because the other players at the tournament, they don't really care about your status as a player. Here's a chance now. Ooh. Couldn't reach the ball there. Yeah, Ivory Coast is just showing off now, according to Drizzy. And yes, I don't know if Elanga can still. I think he's still I don't think he's made his debut for the Swedish national team yet. I'm not sure. Someone can correct me. Here's Salvador as a counter attack. I think Insue is offside anyway. Poor ball from Salvador there.
3 minutes of added time in this game. We're just approaching the first minute. Ivory Coast will just be looking to play out this one. They're enjoying themselves tonight.
So cross into the box, poor cross. And that looks like that is it. Now for Sierra Leone, down to 10 men, down and out. Equatorial Guinea are going to take their time over this free kick and seal their place into the last 16 of the competition. And what a shock it's been for them to get through the group stages in a group with Cote d'Ivoire and defending champions Algeria, the Desert Foxes. Wow.
I'm looking at some of the guys on the Ivory Coast bench. They're pumped, absolutely pumped. To be, and you have to say with Algeria, they have a target on their head.
Salvador in. Oh, he's been taken down. Edge of the box. Salvador on the edge of the box was taken down there. The Equatorial Guinea players thought it was going to be a penalty. Or has he given the penalty? It looks as if they have.
Oh, whoa.
Let's have a look at this. Salvador running into I think it's outside, though, to be fair. I think it's outside of the box on this replay. Yeah, it's definitely outside the box. That's not.
Ivory Coast in again on the right wing. Crossed in. It's 4. It's Sebastien Allaire. And the bench are coming out to celebrate. He finally gets his goal in the tournament. And it's 4-1 to Ivory Coast.
It's actually his second goal in the tournament. He scored in the other game as well. Yeah.
Boy.
Oh, man. He's given the pen. Wow.
Ooh.
He's given a penalty. Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was outside of the box on the replay.
Boy.
He's given the penalty here. Sorry to disrupt you. We got a bit of drama here. Sorry about that. But we've got a penalty here. Wow, I'm actually surprised. This will be the final kick of the game, of course. Salvador taken down outside of the box, in my opinion, from the replay. And I thought it was outside of the box in real time, but the referee's given a penalty. And can he finish the game off with the final kick of the game? Salvador, man of the match in the previous game against Algeria. Let's have a look here. Referee getting himself ready.
Final shot there from Algeria.
Referee blows the whistle. What's going on here?
It's full time here in this game.
VAR.
Ooh.
He's got VAR. And the VAR have instructed him that it's a free kick. And so he's taken the ball off of the penalty spot and put it in the place where it's supposed to be as a free kick, which I thought it was a free kick because the challenge was outside of the area. Definitely outside of the area. It was definitely outside of the area. I don't understand why he gave the penalty. But wow. So this is a big moment here. They've taken it back from being a penalty, rescinded, and it's a free kick to El Salvador. No, I said El Salvador. To Salvador, who's going to take the free kick for Equatorial Guinea.
Oh, what? They choked off the fourth goal. That it took so long. the referee called the final whistle, and then they went over to the VAR thing after the game, and they choked off the final goal because he was offside. It was in front of the ball.
That is interesting. Wow.
But yeah, it's all over here. A lot of drama to go in your game.
I mean, this is the last kick of the game here.
Oh man,
Buya Touré's foul is booked for the foul on Salvador. Salvador to take the free kick. It's last kick of the game. They're probably going to try and shoot. No point crossing it. There's only 2 players in the box. Mm-hmm. As long as he takes this shot, the referee's going to blow his whistle for full time, and that will be it. So let's see what happens here. And yeah, they just try to take it into the corner. And the referee blows for the final whistle. And Equatorial Guinea are through to the last 16 of the competition. Wow. That is crazy. We got to update these banners here. Wow. What drama towards the end here.
Boy.
Interesting. But yes, people, full time in the game between Sierra Leone and Equatorial Guinea. 1-0 to Equatorial Guinea. Pablo Gane with the goal after 38 minutes. Boy, what drama. CM, let the people know about the game in your analysis of it.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Group E hasn't disappointed to the very end, and this Ivory Coast versus Algeria. You know, I got a prediction right in the end because it was 3-1. Yeah. But to this point, I didn't expect Algeria to really come out with a lack of energy, which it seemed like they did. And I think it was Drizzy who made the point saying that, you know, a lot of these teams who have a lot of pace and power, they're really destroying Algeria because they can't keep up physically or mentally. And we saw that again today. Ivory Coast on the break were absolutely devastating each and every time. They could have scored a lot more than 3 goals, but Algeria couldn't keep up. Ivory Coast, very clinical in front of goal today. Very impressed with their performance. Not just their finishing, but their passing, the way they controlled the game. Absolutely fantastic. And the only time they started to slip was when the game is really gone. And Algeria started to try and push to see if they could get that second and make it interesting. But in the end, they couldn't. A very dominant display by Cote D'ivoire. And they're through to the next round as group winners.
Boy, I mean, in our game over here, I think in the first half, you know, the tactics from Sierra Leone really played into the hands of Equatorial Guinea. Sitting back, trying to soak up pressure and then counter attack really didn't work for Sierra Leone. and made it difficult for them in that first half. Equatorial Guinea pretty much were on the attack, but it just kept breaking down. As I said, there wouldn't be much quality in this game. It would have to be a moment here or there for either team. And that moment came from Pablo Gane. Great invention from the free kick. Salvador just rolling the ball towards Gane at the edge of the box, and he curls it from about 20 yards out into the net. Then we move into that second half. Obviously, at that point, Sierra Leone had to make a few changes to try and see if they can affect the game a bit further forward. Had a few half chances here and there. I'm just trying to think back what I remember from that second half in terms of half chances for Sierra Leone. But yeah, they had a few half chances here and there. It got very scrappy. They started to lose their heads. People were getting booked here and there. I think they lost rhythm because of the substitutions that they were trying to make, try and get themselves back into the game. But then at the end of the game, they get a penalty. Kai Kamara, 37 years old, making his debut for the national team, steps up, short run up. Keeper Owono for Equatorial Guinea saves it. And then towards the end of the game, it just petered out. Equatorial Guinea saw it out, had a few chances on the counter. Emilio Nsue missed one. Salvador missed the other. And then that was it. Full time 1-0. And Equatorial Guinea through with 2 wins out of 3 to take them into the last 16 of the competition. In ahead of the defending champions, Algeria. That is crazy. But people, we're going to actually look at the situation in the group right now, because this is mad. But before we do that, I want to get through some comments before we move on. So Koiser saying that thank you for sharing this great moment with us. Big up yourself. We thank you for joining us. He said that Viva Guinea today is Fiesta. Drizzy saying that Comoros has qualified now as one of the third place teams, which is crazy, which is very crazy. The party has started for Cote d'Ivoire. They will not sleep tonight or leave the stadium. Super Nick saying that Equatorial Guinea really surprised me in this group. I mean, to be fair, they did get to a semi-finals of an Afcon when they hosted it. I think that was a while back now. I don't know if it's 2012 or before that, but they've gone far in this competition before, so don't be surprised by them fighting their way through this group. Their pride is at it. Heartbreaking for Algeria, says wow factor. Last minute drama. I love Afcon. Algeria gets stomped by the elephants. Les Elephants get going all the way. Yeah, that's crazy. Moss is still fuming about Kamara. I agree with CM. Cote d'Ivoire slowed down in the 80th minute. They got tired. And then, oh man, Tunisia is gonna want to win. As the third place will be against. Oh wow, the third place in Group F will be against Nigeria, and Mali will be Mauritania. Easy. So Tunisia versus Gambia tonight is a huge, intense match for second and third, which is true. And we'll be doing that in about 50 minutes for time right now. Rich will be back in here whilst we sort that out. But let me share my screen real quick so we can see the situation in the group before we wrap this up. So as you can see, at the end, Group E finishes off Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire through top, 7 points, 2 wins and a draw, scored 7 goals and conceded 3. Equatorial Guinea with 2 wins from 3 games, scored 2 goals and conceded 1. They lost 1 the opening game against Cote d'Ivoire. Sierra Leone finishing a respectable third with 2 draws and a loss. But unfortunately, they'll be going home because they won't be qualifying as one of the third place best teams, because there's only 4 of those that go through. And Algeria, what a disappointment, finishing bottom of the group with 1 point, 1 draw, and 2 losses. Absolutely crazy. And whilst I'm here, let's have a look at how that looks now in terms of the knockout phase. I'm gonna just refresh this so that we can get the best. Let me see. I don't think they've added the other teams in there, but here is the current round of 16 games. So obviously it's Burkina Faso versus Gabon. Nigeria are awaiting their opponents. Guinea are awaiting their opponents. Cameroon are awaiting their opponents. Drizzy did mention it will be Cameroon versus Comoros later. It's Senegal versus Cape Verde. Malawi versus Morocco. Egypt are waiting their last 16 opponents, and then there's still 2 more teams to be determined in there. So we'll have the full makeup of the group of the last 16s after the games tonight, and so we'll come back to this tonight. But it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. But people, we'll be back in here in about 50 minutes. I need to have something to eat and get myself prepared for this last stream tonight of the group stage. But those of you that have been here since the beginning, we thank you. We appreciate your support. Make sure that you do subscribe to CM22 on ENT on YouTube. He does a lot of content. United Twins, the Stay United podcast as well, had the episode 1 yesterday. Make sure you go check that out. But also make sure you subscribe to Pros Only TV on YouTube. Make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when we are going live. We're going live right through to the end of the tournament. Be back in 50 minutes. My brother Rich will be back in here. And guys, we'll be out. That was entertaining. We'll be out. Peace.